But that's a little less important right now. We'll get to that later. Now, when Megan got to Wes's house, they were already fighting prior to her arriving, but when she got there, the fight obviously got worse, and he decided to hold her hostage, didn't let her leave, and then proceeded to literally beat her ass. Yes, he beat her ass, you guys, in front of Jose and the bodyguard. I do want to make that clear, and shame on both of them because they watched this entire thing while Megan was screaming, crying, begging people to help her, begging the people who were around to step in and help her, and they did absolutely fucking nothing.
Grabs her hair, throws her to the floor, presses her face against the table, causes a gash that bleeds profusely, and yells out of how he's going to end her as well as her family. And it get worse.
My nigga, ain't shit funny. Ain't shit funny, my nigga. Like, ain't shit fun. I promise you ain't shit funny. I'm about to slap the shit out you.
Wes Watson is officially over. If you've been watching my Wes Watson videos since last year, you know that I've been abusing the term "he's over" countless of times, which wasn't the case. But as of now, Wes Washington is genuinely done, for there is no escaping this. He's going to prison 1000%.
Well, we have new details tonight on the arrest of fitness influencer Wesley Watson. Watson now behind bars on domestic violence charges against at least one woman. And Local 10's Brett Neese has been following this investigation. He is joining us live now in Fort Lauderdale with the very latest. Brett.
Janice, these are very serious charges. One of them is false imprisonment because police say he wouldn't let the victim leave the home after all of this took place. Now he remains in jail tonight, saddled with a $115,000 bond. 42-year-old Wesley Watson stands before a judge after police say he severely beat his girlfriend of just a couple of months.
So we're here on 5 counts for Mr. Watson.
Watson was in bond court on Thursday facing several charges where the state laid out even more details about what happened early Sunday morning.
He had his own personal employees threaten her. He had his own personal employees oversee her to see what she was doing on the phone, Your Honor. I think there's even made reference to the victim that she effectively felt like she was being held hostage.
The fitness influencer has nearly 40,000 followers on Instagram and boasts a fitness coaching program online that promises people to, quote, become the man you admire. The 6-page arrest report lists out very disturbing allegations against Watson. The report says during the fight, quote, the defendant then grabbed her with his right hand by her hair and then slammed her head down into the kitchen table. That opened up a gash on the victim's head. The report also says he choked her and threatened her life and her family's lives.
Your Honor, this is not the first or second time that violence has been alleged against Mr. Watson.
We are also learning more about charges that Watson is facing down in Miami-Dade County. He was out on bond for those charges. We're also working to learn more about his criminal history. As soon as we get more details, we'll pass it along. Live in Fort Lauderdale, Brett Neese, Local 10.
I know. I'm a couple of days late on this. From this berserk news that broke out, there's so many Wes Watson downfalls dropping every day. I genuinely can't keep up with the guy's dark cloud above him, honestly. And real quick to point out, remember those, that clowned me in the comments saying that my accent sounds like a whole Indian scammer who hasn't taken a bath before he even existed, and that it's not Wes Watson. How do I say Wes Watson? It's Wes Watson. Okay, well, Greg Doucette also says Watson. Okay, so I'm not alone on struggling to pronounce his surname, which was bought in the side of a street on a bank bus van. So yeah, there's no clowning me on this because Greg Doucette also says the same thing.
This. Wes Watson arrested again. This. Wes Watson arrested. Watson.
So to cut to the jokes off, Wes Watson has just been arrested for a serious charge. My previous video, I was touching on him breaking up with his fiancée Megan, who he knew for a straight month. Wes was mad that Angie, his ex-wife, didn't, care that he moved on and got engaged, so he crashed. So Wes Watson clearly didn't take the overall situation well internally. Number one, no one cares about his engagement, the internet, Angie, and the lady getting engaged by Wes Washington. Two, the void grew even bigger because now he's sitting with an empty tank of validation. Because let's be honest, Wes Washington just wants to be dick ride all the time on how great of a man he is, of an alpha man he is.
I don't know, he might go to jail, or I don't know. I really hope he does, just so he can get his fucking lesson. But he withholds money from me, and then if I don't, and then he'll say weird things like, you didn't kiss me when you walk out of the room. That's it. I'm not helping you. I'm not doing anything for you. You can't do a simple thing of kissing me when you walk out the room or greet me when I come in. And I'm like, dude, this guy's fucking retarded. I'm sick of somebody trying to put me down when I'm trying so hard to take care of kids, to fucking take care of this retarded ass guy's weird sexual needs while he's disrespecting me. Like, I can't live here anymore. You're doing drugs. You're fucking with me all day, every day. I don't want Loon to pick up your baggies of cocaine. You flip out like as his nose is bleeding, and then I'll go in the baby likes to go in his room to watch TV, and then I'll go in there just to sit there and watch her because he does coke and then he licks it and puts it on his gums and all that stuff, and then I don't want him to go kiss my baby. So I've just been trying to save up money or hustle him for not even hustle him, dude, just fucking doing whatever I can just to have him give me money. It's sick. I can't stand him. He's a real piece of shit.
So fast forward days after the online breakup address, Wes Washington would have his biggest crash out of 2026. Take note, there's probably way more effed up crash outs Wes had which weren't seen in person, but this so far is the top one of this year.
Facts. Have I gone through hell and fucking changed myself because I'm sick of that life? I'm sick of the negativity and I want a positive, better life? Fuck yeah, I have. And that's the main thing I'm trying to push to you guys, is that it's possible to walk the fuck away. It's possible to talk it out. Most people don't want these problems. Most people don't even want to live in that manner they're living. They're kind of just fucking easily influenced, and they're fucking their life up from fucking shitty influence. So me seeing that, I wanted to come out, use my strength, use my stature in the system, and use the fucking drama that I've been through to tell you guys it ain't fucking worth it. I ain't some fucking straight slacking ass motherfucker who came out the system talking about, hey, look how much time I did with no fucking tats and some titties and no fucking muscle. You can tell a lot about how someone did their fucking time by the way they fucking look, and motherfuckers gotta realize that. You have to fucking acquire what you admire, and you can't just tell a story and fucking say you're some motherfucker. We can tell straight up, and that's just what it comes down to.
You could use that against him.
So Wes Watson's ex-fiancée Megan was at a basketball game with her friend. The two girls were looking quite thirst-trappy because their knockers were fully out, and Megan had hers fully oiled up as if she was getting ready to, hop on a bang bus shoot. So with Wes Watson being a simp stalker, he saw the video of Megan and her friend at the basketball game and instantly broke out and crashed out on Super Saiyan God. Wes Watson has broken up with Megan, so she doesn't have to comply with any rules from Mr. West, but she is currently sitting with fake knockers which were funded by Wes Watson, and Wes Watson was crashing out because she still has them on and wants them back because they broke up.
Your insecurity and constant need for validation when you're trying to devalue me every other minute, dude, shut the fuck up, man. That shit doesn't work on me. It just irritates me with you.
Just because you think you understand frequency and vibration, all this shit, shut the fuck up. Some bitch right now goes, well, we attract what we are, so how's he vibrating? Talking about Rob. Rob's the realest motherfucker. How's he vibrating? Bitch, you need your vibrator, you fucking ugly bitch.
And you want love, and you're not going to get it that way. I'm sorry that you only have to have money in order to validate yourself.
Go read another book, you fucking bird brain fuck. Dude, who taught women how to think they knew some shit? This is what the problem is. You girls shouldn't be trying to know some shit. You're gonna strain your little brains. You ain't done nothing. Show me one woman who's done something. Put it in my DM. One that's done anything, made any type of money, finance any type of anything and did anything that wasn't just her saying she felt better. Because you said you did something doesn't mean shit.
This case of Wes Watson wanting things back after a breakup is super common. He literally took everything he bought for his ex-wife Angie, and now he's looking to take back the boob job from his ex-fiancée Megan. Crazy, am I right? So Megan reported that Wes Watson consistently blasted his phone with calls, and in one of the calls, he crashed out saying that he would cut her knockers off and take them back to the doctor's place and get his money back. So I guess Wes Watson has more emotional swings than an actual woman. He breaks up with he breaks up with Megan, then crashes out that she's looking hot with a new boob job Wes funded. Now wants them back. Like, like is this guy crazy? Is bro trying to rock that shit in prison or something like that and throws it back like a Miami City girl or something like that? So later, Megan runs into Wes Watson, and bro was literally in Super Saiyan 5,000, ready to unleash the untapped power. Wes literally UFC smoked Megan for no reason, whilst Wes Watson's affiliates stood and did nothing to help her getting spirit bombed. What a crazy world.
He decided to sink with the West ship like the pudgy, good little bitch butler boy he is. And we're going to get into all of it. But as for the bodyguard, his bodyguard this time was a character that goes by Lion Pack Protection on Instagram, not to be confused with Yo-Yo. I know a lot of people already know Yo-Yo has been Wes's bodyguard for a long time. And yeah, they look a lot alike. They even claim to be cousins. But according to a source, they're not blood related at all. From what I've been told, Yo-Yo is actually injured about a month ago. And because of this, Lion Pack Protection has been filling in, which would make him the one who was there that night. Now, interestingly enough, Lion Pack Protection has his comments turned off, which, I mean, take that how you will. But let's be very clear, that does not mean Yo-Yo is off the hook. Even though he wasn't physically there the night of Megan's assault, go ahead and take a look at what he decided to post after Wes was arrested. He posted a video of the two of them all cuddled up together looking super cutesy, saying, "Let the haters hate and the doubters doubt. The real will always prevail. My family for life." And as if that wasn't enough, he also posted this clip from The Office saying, "Bros before hoes."
Before hoes. Why? Because your bros are always there for you.
So yeah, cute. Now you know who the bodyguard was that night, but don't go anywhere because we have another character to introduce in just a second. So in my last video, I said that Jose and the bodyguard just sat back and did nothing. And what I meant by that was that they didn't do anything to intervene. They didn't help her out, but turns out they actually did do something. Oh, you thought I was gonna say they helped her? Oh, no. Jose, and I do hope that he is watching this right now, Jose stood in front of the door, blocking the exit so Megan couldn't escape when she was being brutally assaulted. He blocked the door, preventing her from getting out of the house. So let me paint this picture for you guys really quick. Megan is being brutally assaulted by a man more than twice her size. She is screaming, she's crying, she's being dragged, she's being hit, she's begging for help, she's yelling out for help. And as she tries to escape, Jose, instead of, calling out for help, instead of stopping Wes, instead of saying, hey man, that's a little too much. Let's maybe not do that. No, he blocks the door.
The police came through, arrested Wes Watson, and the conclusion is that, he is done. He is done. Okay, first he smoked the black 7-foot monster, now a woman. For what? Because his strategy to get Angie back didn't work? What a loser. Okay, recent videos of John Bravo came up about court and all that. I'm gonna just put in the video right now because I just cannot explain everything all at once. Alright, so see you in the next one. Hopefully we see what's gonna happen to Wes. Obviously he's gonna go to jail, and when he goes to jail it's gonna be nice, but at the same time it's like, what content are we gonna make on? Like Wes Watson is a very dumb loser, crazy person, but entertainment at the same time. But enough yapping. Peace out.
Wes Watson was just arrested for 5 felony charges. Now, the reason that he got arrested is probably going to make it very hard to get out because they are very serious charges. Wes Watson got into an argument with his new fiance Megan over an Instagram story where she basically posted too much of her melons that he apparently paid for, and you probably know what I mean by that. And when she got home, the argument escalated where he tried to take back the engagement ring and physically assaulted her, and Megan then fled and went straight to the ER with visible injuries of a black eye and bruising. She then pressed charges, and the police showed up to his house and arrested him on 5 felony charges, which, not to mention, he still has another completely different case open under his name, and the authorities consider him a high flight risk, so his bond will most likely be a lot of money, or they won't give him an opportunity for one. We won't be seeing much more of Wes Watson anymore. Post video edit, Wes Watson was given a bond amount at $115,000, which he could have possibly paid this morning, but his other case's bond got revoked, so he potentially could have paid $115,000 to still sit in jail.
All right, on Saturday, March 14th, the victim went to a Miami Heat basketball game with her female friend. After the game, the defendant picked her up from her friend's house and they went to his residence. At this point, it was approximately 06 hours on Sunday, March 15th. While they were at his residence, the victim stated the defendant received a text message of a screenshot of her and her friend while at the Heat game. Remember that little clip I showed where she was showing her tits, but I had to crop it so I don't get in trouble on YouTube? That's the one he's talking about. The defendant confronted her about her whereabouts as she had not disclosed. She had gone to the game with her friend. The defendant, which is Peggy, began yelling at the victim, explaining he paid for her boob job, that she was disrespectful for having her boobs out, and that those are my boobs, also accusing her of cheating on him. See, the asshole, he thinks because he put the tits in her, that he owns them, the asshole. The victim further elaborated this when the defendant freaked out and, against her will, forcefully grabbed her by the neck and told her, "You stupid little bitch, that's where you were?" The victim could not remember if the defendant held her with 1 or 2 hands, but this caused bruising to her neck area right and left. So the asshole's so insecure about her going to the basketball game, he goes and he chokes her and tells her, "You little bitch, how dare you go to a basketball game and show your tits." What a fucking asshole. The defendant began to rattle and shake her by grabbing both of her arms forcefully. He continued to push, grab her by her hair, and slam her on the floor. The defendant then dragged the victim by her hair on the floor and later pinned her up against the kitchen table. He pushed and grabbed, manhandling the victim's face, causing a scratch to the victim's right cheek. The victim stated the defendant forcefully pinned her back against the table, causing her back to bend and hurt. The defendant began yelling at the victim, "I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you and your whole family." He continued to push the victim back down on the floor with force, picked her back up, and forcefully, against her will, sat the victim down in a chair. During the defendant's physical abuse towards the victim, she yelled, "Help me, get him off of me." Then they state there was 2 or 3 other witnesses who were present inside the residence. The victim elaborated that nobody did anything to help her or get the defendant to stop. It should be noted the victim is approximately 5'1" and weighs 125 pounds. She doesn't run, and had him stand by the door in an effort to keep the victim from leaving the residence. So that asshole security guard and Jose both took part in this shit. They should be getting charged too, those pieces of shit. Most of the following day, she elaborated the defendant had monitored her incoming text messages. He would give her the phone briefly and told her she needed to tell people she was okay and text them back. Other times, the defendant would act as if he was her and send text messages on her behalf, pretending to be her. "I'm okay. I'm going to sleep." So this little bitch takes her phone, pretends to be her, and texts all the people texting her. I had a crazy ex-girlfriend that did that shit to me. This guy's out of his mind. She advised she stealthily took possession of her cell phone as it was on the table while the defendant was getting dressed. The defendant threatened her by telling her, "If you want to keep your family safe, don't call the police." While the victim was seated in a chair, he lifted the chair with such force, he dropped the victim on the floor. So he picked up the chair while she's sitting in it and smashes her down? What the f***? He thinks he's in the WWE, this asshole? The incident of physical abuse lasted approximately 40 minutes, but led into the following day. 2 days of this hell? During this time, the victim was scared and afraid of the defendant. She believed he was capable of killing her and then him as he said such to her. The victim stated the defendant does have firearms in the residence, but was unsure how many. And then they show here, wow, so it's listing all the different injuries she had. And like I said, I seen the ones on her face, but I didn't see all this shit. This mother, he's a monster. Look at this shit. Bruises on right shoulder, bruise on left shoulder, large dark bruise underneath the right breast. Yeah, he was trying to cut it out, the asshole, with his hands.